No, we're not. Nah,
Now
it's
it's
showtime. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Dave, GambletheGlobe, and we got Mark from Cowboy Slots here.
What's up, guys?
We're here live again. You know the
Yeah.
routine by now. If you don't, well,
Another
this is
Wednesday.
it. Another
Yeah.
Wednesday. But this weekend's
Lots of
going to be
stuff to talk
awesome.
about. Yes.
We're going to be at Winstar 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, and we encourage everyone to come out, okay? Little Joe is going to be there. Little Joe, who is also over at Club Mike V. If you haven't joined his poker game, make sure to check it out. I missed last night, and it sounds like I could have slaughtered everybody because like only 3 people are there.
You're so cocky.
I'll try to be there tonight, Mike. I'll definitely try to be there. So we're going to be on Saturday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the Rome non-smoking room. So it's going to be non-smoking. It's nearly 100% non-smoking. I mean, it's not perfect.
Right. There's always a straggler.
There's always a straggler who smokes in there. I have no idea how they missed the signs. But so
sarcasm.
Yeah, sarcasm. So we will see. Something here for quick from Joanne. That was Larry. Sorry, Larry. That was Joanne. Here we go. From Joanne Upman. Multiple people report say Harris in Council Bluffs went down. So they actually didn't. Yes, they were down. It wasn't cyber related. The reports I'm getting right now is that a huge update hit and their network had some issues, but it was not cyber attack related that I'm hearing so far. Fingers crossed, but so far they're okay. It's just everyone's thinking that's what's going on right now. And it's, I mean, rightfully so to be worried about this. It's
right.
Especially after something happens, you get that knee jerk. What about us? When are we next? And that's not good. Oh man, Proud Monkey's got. Okay, I'm gonna star that for you, Proud Monkey, because I definitely want to hit that. But let's get into some news real quick. We have what is the big news now? Because let's just go from one crisis to the other. Because that just seems to be where we're going at this point.
When it rains, it falls. Let the dominoes fall.
You ain't kidding. This is probably actually some of the worst news. Much more worse than the cyber attack. Allow that in there. Let's put that in the middle. Here we go. This is the Culinary unions. I actually brought up their page and I was reading it through. So the Culinary and Hospitality workers.
To read that?
Well, I'm going to paraphrase for everybody.
Glasses. Oh, okay. That's how it works.
It's so small. Like I'm sitting here this close anyway. Yeah. So the hospitality workers, Culinary workers union and bartenders also includes hospitality workers. So this includes all your staff, both kitchen staff, front half staff, cleaning staff, all that. It includes everybody that you deal with in a casino, except for the slot managers and the gaming staff. So if you deal with someone who serves you something, makes you something, it is them. It is the Culinary union. So they had a 95% of the people who voted to strike. And some 53,000 voted, which is insane. Wow. They actually had to open up new lines because they had 20,000 show up at one location to vote. So the stuff they're asking for, obviously they're asking for more pay. Vegas has had huge profits lately. I mean, it's been quarter after quarter of multi-billion-dollar profits.
And they know it.
And they know it. Oh, they totally know it. It's the same thing going on with the auto workers as well. You know, they're seeing tons of profits. Hey, remember our contract that's up? Let's start negotiating. Negotiations have broke down over and over again. They're not asking for crazy stuff. They're asking for cost of living adjustment. We've had a lot of inflation. They want that. They obviously want, some other things, more PTO, that kind of thing. But also the other thing they're asking for, which I thought was crazy, they want rooms to be cleaned every day. Now, this does benefit them because more cleaning means more pay. However, it also benefits us as the patron because I want my room cleaned every day.
I forgot about that. They never brought that back after COVID. I forgot about that.
They never brought it back after COVID. Yeah. And that is essentially cut staff. And so they're like, hey, we want this back in there. And I'm up for anybody who wants to negotiate for their pay. But this point in here is probably the one I'm concerned with the most, because I do want my room cleaned every day. You know, I'm sorry I'm selfish like that. I want my bed made. I want my trash picked up. I am really clean. I put all my trash in the trash can. I'll even take stuff out myself if there's a trash bag. But
we are so
I
the
still want my
opposite when
room
it comes
clean.
to that.
So one thing I would definitely want, I want clean towels every day. I am a clean towel nut.
They have like 6 towels in the thing. Like, how many towels do you go through?
I'll get 3 towels. And I'm like, 6 towels? Where are you getting 6 towels at? It's 3 towels.
There's always 6 towels in there. There's like 3 for each person.
There's 3 towels, 3 washcloths, and
3 towels,
3
one a day.
towels.
You're good. How many nights
one
do you
a
stay
day?
there? 3?
How many showers you take?
A day.
Man,
you take a shower once a day.
I'm paying for it, especially if I'm there when it's hot. I'll come back to the room just sweating and take a shower.
You use the towel that you used that morning.
No, that one's already been cleaned up because they got me new towels.
How many towels do you own at home?
I don't know how many towels I own at home. I have one for every
one
shower.
You use forever, right?
I don't have that many. I have at least 7 towels.
Okay.
Per person.
One per person. So 14 towels. Let's break this down,
14
Dave.
towels.
But we're doing a consultation here. So 14
towels. Laundry
one
done
shower
on
a day.
Sundays.
So you will not reuse a towel after you've used it in the shower.
Correct. Oh, it's dirty.
You're fucking clean. What's the big deal?
No, you're never
just
that
got
clean.
out of the shower.
Yeah, and you're still dirty. The skin comes off, everything. No,
okay,
that towel is dead to me.
Right. I guess this doesn't have to do with any of this.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, back to
MGM Resorts warns customer of fraud. Why would that happen? Gee, why would there be fraud you'd have to warn us about? Because you lost all our
somebody
info?
Should write a book on this.
Man, it would be a great book, actually.
Too easy.
How MGM is not the smartest people. So they're obviously getting sued every which way. And as I said on one of my shorts, and Mark can attest to this is so common. Lawyers.
Oh, yeah. This is the natural
lawyers
path.
smell blood in the water. They jump on it. And this happens everywhere. I mean, it's not just casinos. It's everything. There's some screw up. People are on it. This is just another cycle. It's going to happen. You're going to be contacted by one of the attorneys, or maybe even all of them. Depends on who gets, there's the furthest through before they have to start gathering their class. And you're going to get a little card in the mail. It says, do you want to be part of this lawsuit? Me personally, I'm just part of every single one. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and be part of it. You're going to get your $3.22 plus your Experian subscription, for credit monitoring.
Yeah.
You might as well be part of it.
I think I won't have to pay for credit monitoring for the next 20 years with all the different leaks that I've been part of.
I've got 5 more years on Experian, so
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm good on that one. It definitely is. So see, look at this. Don't miss cybersecurity news. Yeah.
Maybe we'll all get $1,000 in free play.
Now,
They can give away products and stuff. Like, they can do that. They can give away.
They can totally do that.
Because Apple always does that. If there's a class action, they'll be like, well, we'll give you a $50 Apple gift card. So they could do something like that. Do free play, get you back in there. You never know. It's whatever they negotiate.
And I definitely agree that they can totally do something. Free play doesn't cost them anything. It only costs if you convert the free play into money.
Right.
But the most likely odds are you're not going to do that. You're going to give it all back plus some.
That's right.
So you go with that.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen. At some point, we're going to see something, whether it's going to be a cash lawsuit, lawyers are going to make out the biggest, but then the next thing would be, right. And then the next thing would be maybe free play, maybe a discounted stay. I think free play. I would really like to see free play for everybody, even if it's just like $100.
Well, if you think about it, that would be their best investment in this anyway. because it's going to bring people in. Like you said, it's free for them, and it's going to entice people to play more. So
absolutely,
if anything, it'll win them back to go back out there. So if that's even an option, I bet they would go for it.
I mean, I hope they do, but we all know that casinos are stubborn on this.
Oh yeah,
they are doing so well right now. They are making so much money, and now MGM has to make more money to make up for the loss of roughly in the area of $100 million before all these new expenses. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to work out long run, especially with F1 that needs to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to know how much they're in the hole right now for F1. It's got to be in the billions.
Yeah.
With the whole renovations to the strip. And this is on a whole. Vegas is on a whole, not just MGM or Caesars. They're all in the same pool. And the stuff they're doing, we're going to see this next week when we're in Vegas for G2E. I'm going to get you guys pictures of what the Bellagio fountains look like because the trees are gone. They got these big blocks that are being put in the fountain. And I'm guessing right now that those blocks are going to be permanent because of what they're having to do to place those blocks.
Are they going to drain the fountain? Is there not going to be any water in there, or what are they doing with it?
So there's water in it right now. What they've been doing on these blocks is lowering them down with a crane because they're big blocks. I mean, they're like the size of two cars parked next to each other. They have divers in the water to make sure the blocks are in the right spot and to make sure they're level. They're doing all this stuff. Though? The blocks are going to be the back anchor to the grandstand they're building that'll go up over the walkway to CF1.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yep. Wow. So there's a lot of them now. There's like 30 of those blocks in there right now, and they do not look pretty. It is not like it's a good look for the fountains.
Because you were right, like what you were talking about, like they are banking on the fact that they will make all of this investment money back. And if they can't clear all this stuff up by then, oh man, it's going to be a costly
it's going to be huge.
Mistake.
And they're banking on this big time. I mean, they're all in at this point on F1. And I know F1 has been very lucrative for other places, Monte Carlo, Japan, all these places have been very popular with F1 and it's done really well. Yeah. But is Vegas going to be that same place? I don't know. It's too early to tell.
I think you were right about the whole, can you imagine if this would have happened during F1?
Exactly.
Golly.
I mean, if
that would have been
that group,
very interesting.
It would have crippled. I mean, they wouldn't have been able to tell who's who, players, and they're having F1 attracts high dollar people. I mean, billionaires come see F1. Billionaires sponsor F1. They come watch F1. Right. So it would be monstrous if you have a huge whale there who's going to wager $1 million bets and you can't even track their play.
Yeah. He just goes somewhere else.
Right. They just go somewhere else. They'll go across the street to Caesars. They'll go to Venetian, win. There's plenty of places to gamble.
That's true.
I mean, I know for a fact that Venetian will bend over backwards for somebody who says, hey, I'm going to come there and play. Here's my history at MGM.
Right.
Bam. They're going to be there.
Right.
So
we shall see.
We'll see. We'll see. We have 2 weeks till G2E, but we got to get to this weekend first. I'm so excited about this weekend.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. We have no idea how many people are going to show up, but we're hoping it'll be a good turnout. And we just want it to be a stress-free, just have fun. Just play slots.
Playing some games. Yeah. Hey, we're all going to share in the wins and losses. I'm hoping people hit something. I'm hoping we have a lot of people who get a bunch of red screens, especially for playing those bingo games. Those red screens are so exciting. That would be incredible to take over the whole room.
Can you imagine? Probably get kicked out.
What's wrong with that?
I know.
We'll go to Choctaw.
Yeah, there you go.
The backup plan is we're having the event Saturday, this Saturday, September 30th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Rome non-smoking room. If we are not there, check the board. If we got kicked out, we're going to go Choctaw. That's the backup plan.
There you go. Yeah, if you don't see us.
If you don't
You know
see
what
us,
happened.
that's what we're gonna be.
That's funny.
We're gonna be in Choctaw. Where did
Yeah.
everybody go? We're in Choctaw. We got kicked out. Which, if anyone's getting kicked out, it's gonna be me. I mean,
yeah, you're loud and obnoxious, so you kind of got.
Oh, you know what else? Who else is gonna be there? Slot Hopper and Stacy's High Limit Slots is gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Now I put them on the hook because they're maybes at this point, but I'm putting them on the hook right now for it.
I hope they.
I'm gonna send this clip. I hope they show up too.
It's the safety and numbers thing, you know.
Exactly.
We'll all have.
If you've never played around Stacy or Natalie, they're the sweetest people. Like, yeah, absolutely, they're very sweet. It's so great to play with them.
Absolutely.
I guess we'll get some questions then.
Okay, man. Everybody's talking about this room cleaning thing.
It's a thing.
I am so the opposite. The moment I check in, I put the do not disturb thing on, and it stays there my entire stay. I don't want them in my room. I don't make my bed.
See,
I clean up. I clean up after myself, but I don't. I feel bad for them, but I never really thought about it's giving them more money. Like if they were actually getting paid per room, I would probably have them come clean my room. But I don't know that
they do get paid per room. Yeah, they do get paid per room.
Okay.
They get paid for how many rooms they hit per day.
Okay.
So they're getting paid an hourly plus how many they get per, and they have a quota of how many they have to clean a day.
So what I'll do is I'll clean up everything and just have them make my bed, and that's it. And that way they can get paid. And I'll tell them that. I'll put a little note.
That's what
Don't spend too much time on my room. I just want you to get paid.
I will clean up everything. Like I will make sure to put everything in the trash can. I'll even bag it up. Like I said, I'll take the bags out if they have bags. The only thing I want, bed made towels. That's it. My room is clean otherwise. I don't mess up my room. I don't do these things like some people do where they write lipstick on the wall. That would be plenty fine. 6 towels and 6 washcloths.
6 towels a day. Oh, man. Stuart says
I have called downstairs for extra towels. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Jeez. It's like, sir, you've been through your quota already. Great info on MGM. Knew it was bad, but damn, this is the one reason I always go downtown, Golden Nugget or Four Queens. Well, I mean, it could have happened to them too. Let's be fair, but typically what happens is these guys will always go after the big guns, especially after somebody's paid. Then they know that's really the people to go after.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm actually really looking forward to going to Four Queens during G2E. I know we're going to hit up downtown at some point, Dave.
We'll be there.
The collection of slots there is amazing. So I'm really excited about heading back in there. That was the first time I think I ever went through there. Was the last time I was there on my birthday, and we walked through there, and I was just amazed at like everything that we've always talked about playing. Like all of those classics are in there, and they're at quarter denomination, which is awesome, And so it's good to see that there's still some places like that, So,
and I'm going to be real excited to be dragging Mark around pretty much everywhere. Like if you see someone just totally unhappy, doesn't want to be there anymore, it's probably Mark. And I'm just like, come on, let's go hit the next one.
It'll be easy to lose you though.
No, it won't. I'll be like, fast.
Dave, look, quarter top dollar. Then you'll walk over there and then I'll take off.
That is true. That is true. I will.
That's all it'll take. Where'd Mark go? Oh well, screw him.
Bam, gone. Where'd you go? I went back to the room. Oh, okay.
I went back to the room. I'm done.
Oh man, this room cleaning topic is a.
I know it's kind of a hot.
It's a hot topic.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, quick one here from Larry. Are you going to make Mark go to Italy? Absolutely, Mark is going to eat at Italy this trip. For sure.
I will refuse.
I am getting him there. He doesn't have to eat the prosciutto cotto sandwich, but he's got to eat there.
Oh, the 3,000 calorie sandwich? No, I'm good.
It's not even 3,000, 2,600.
2,600. Oh man, I'd need 3 or 4 towels to clean up the mess from that.
You gotta eat just one meal there, like a lunch.
I will.
There.
I will. I promise we will go to Italy and we will eat a meal there somewhere.
Yep.
As long as I get to pick which place.
And I'm getting him to a buffet too. I'm getting him to a buffet.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the Caesars, right?
Yep, Caesar's buffet, the Bacchanal buffet.
Okay.
The best buffet in Vegas, hands down. I still have not gotten to the Wynn, and I hear the Wynn is good.
It's not.
What?
At least.
Oh man, I've heard from people.
The problem is I say that, but it was like over 10 years ago.
No, yeah, they've revamped completely.
Okay. So I do say that.
I've heard from a lot of people that it's really good, but I've heard from a couple people I know go to eat, and they said it was good, just not Bacchanal yet. It's the same thing that when Bellagio was the top buffet, and others were coming down. So yeah, it was like that level.
I will tell you the worst one I ever been to on the Strip was at Mandalay Bay. It was awful. I felt like I was at a Golden Corral.
Yeah, I'm not.
It was pretty bad.
I'm really not a fan of any of the MGM buffets anymore.
Oh, really? Oh,
Bellagio was the last good one, and it's horrible now. Bellagio is not worth the money. If I had a buy one, get one for Bellagio, I would really have to question of, do I really need a 50% off coupon? Am I really that desperate? Like if I was just going to go in and grab lunch or something, but usually when I go to a buffet, it's to eat dinner and it's to eat brunch, it's to eat those big meals.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to Cosmo and get there.
The MGM one closes at 3 p.m.
That's horrible.
We thought Brantley and I were going to go to it. We thought it opened at 3 p.m. And so we got there at 3 and they're like, we're closed. I'm like, a buffet? Your biggest time should be dinner.
It should be dinner.
It's weird.
I mean, yeah, that is weird. Now,
did you ever did you ever go to the one at Aria before they closed it?
Yes. I liked it a lot.
Really
it was good
too. That was a good one too.
It was on par to what Bellagio used to be, but not as not as just extravagant.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty. I mean, it was a normal buffet. There wasn't anything unexpected there. It was like your typical fare, but the food was really good. I remember they had like an Asian bar. They had really good like soups and Asian food there that was really good. I'm kind of weird with buffets. I tend to go to buffets and then I only get one type of food instead of like getting a little bit of everything, which is what you're really supposed to do, right? I'm just weird like that. We'll see at Caesars though.
I have a method that I work through, and I work through it the same every single time. At the Bacchanal buffet, I know exactly where I'm starting. I know exactly how I'm progressing through, and yeah, it's like the exact same. So it is close.
Good one, man.
Damn it, Proud Monkey.
I love it.
Well, I do hope the Culinary Union gets what they demand and everything else. I really don't hope we don't have a strike while we're there. That would just
that would not be nice.
Be horrible.
Be awful.
We have plans.
We have
plans that we want to do.
I really don't want to go across the street to eat at Panda Express.
Oh, but it is open though.
The food is what's so good there at Vegas. That's one of the biggest reasons I go. Honestly, is I have all these places. Have you hit up all the places in New York that I always talk about?
Yeah. Have you hit up Capriati's? Because now that's in New York.
No, but I've seen it. I know it's upstairs. I haven't
favorite sandwich shop
that though.
That little diner they've got in the back corner.
The deli place is so freaking amazing. The hot pastrami.
That's good.
If you guys have ever eaten a pastrami sandwich, you have never had one like at the New York deli there. It's so amazing. It's so good. It's way too much. It's like one of those things where they, the bread's like really tiny and then the meat's like taking up
and the meat's just like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, you get lockjaw trying to
like, how am I supposed to eat this, right?
I'm not a shark. I can't disengage my jaw like a snake.
Yep. Fulton's fish fry is good there too. That's one of my other places that for fried fish, fried shrimp, that kind of thing. Very good.
Is that the American diner there? It's in that back corner.
Yeah, I have. That's what they use for room service. So
gotcha.
I've ordered room service from them many times, and it's always been really good.
I've been in there for breakfast.
I gotta say though,
really good.
I'm a big room service guy usually because I'm working during the day anyway while I'm in Vegas, and so it's easier for me just to order, food to the door. But at least the last couple times I've been at like Aria and MGM Grand, the food has been awful. Like it's really gone downhill. The room services used to be just amazing. Just really good food, but it seems like now that they're putting them in bags and handing them to you, and because that stuff hasn't gone away yet, it just doesn't seem to be up to the quality. But I will say New York was always my favorite breakfast. It was always very good and reasonably priced too. It was not bad.
Yeah,
Aria is really expensive to do room service.
Aria is really expensive.
Yeah, but anyway,
the Chin Chin, the Chinese food place at New York, they also have a American style breakfast buffet that's really good.
Yes, I have done that once.
It's $20.
I have done that once. They have good regular food there too. They're a little heavy on the MSG though, so if you don't like MSG, or it causes problems,
you get a headache easily.
Probably shouldn't eat there. But it's good. It's a good place. Yeah. The Italian place there is kind of the food is good, but the menu's very weird. It's really
for a New
hard
York
to find
place.
Something.
You expect really good Italian food.
Yeah. I mean, they don't even have like just spaghetti and meatballs. It's not even on the menu. It's like they always have just weird stuff on it, and so I never could really find what I wanted. But it was good. I mean, we could talk an entire show about places to eat.
All food. Because plus now I'm like super hungry. So another Proud Monkey. Another rumor after Casino Royale was approved for their new tower. Now rumors they're closing for good. So they were approved for the new tower, but they don't have funding for the new tower. They're having some issues with funding right now. I think their property that they're on is more valuable than the casino itself. And so I think that's what's really going to be Casino Royale's demise. They also kind of shot themselves in the foot because they used to have $3 blackjack all the time, $3 craps all the time, and now all that's gone away. So I think they've pretty much shot themselves in the foot, and it's only a matter of time. The $3 hot dog is still there, so you still can get that. It's still a good deal. It's a big ass hot dog, but it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There was this funny. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
No, I was going to say there was this funny. I'm not going to name the YouTuber, but he did this short, or I think it was a short. He was like, "How to get a free ice cream cone downtown," and it's like, "Oh, you can go to this casino and get a free ice cream cone. You just have to get 3,000 points on your player's card, which is like $400 or $500 worth." It's like, oh, so a $500 snow or ice cream cone. It's like, come on.
That better be a real good ice cream cone.
I know.
It better be better than gelato at Italy, that kind of level,
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's good, too.
And from Frank, can't believe the MGM app is still down. Yep, it's still down.
Yeah, it still doesn't work.
But it works except for the login part. And your free play is going to be fine. Everybody's reported free play is working. The app just doesn't work. Whatever database that the apps plug into doesn't work. So I don't know. Let me check it today. I haven't checked today, actually.
No, I've checked it pretty much every day just to see.
Like, just come on, work. Yep, still down. Damn.
Now I'm not getting worried yet. If you check it on the website, it at least now takes you to a message saying it's down. Before, you just click the login button and nothing happened.
And nothing happened.
But
they got reservations back up, so you can actually reserve.
Reservations are working.
Log in to get your rates, but you can call to get your rates.
I think the comps is a little wonky still. I think there's some manual work still has to be done for comps. But as for like everything having to do with the slot machine itself is all up. So ticket in, ticket out, the player tracking system, as well as using free play and slot dollars and all that stuff's working. At least that's what I've heard recently. It's just like any kind of comps like food credit and stuff like that is still kind of problematic, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll be there soon.
We'll see. I I'm getting kind of apprehensive about everything going on, and that our trip is
know,
coming
right?
up in a week.
But you know what? We'll make the best of it anyway. It won't even matter.
Oh yeah,
You know,
we'll be fine.
We're there for G2E anyway, so screw it. Whatever
Right.
happens, happens. We just hope to get some really cool content and stuff while we're out there. And, you know, if we can't play the machines or there's a problem, and put a little hindering on there. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
So Larry, does it say when the strike would start? If they do not come to an agreement by approximately Tuesday or Wednesday next week, they are striking. There's one more negotiation round that is in progress now. Once that's done, that's the strike date. They won't wait for another deal, so that's when they're striking. And then also Proud Monkey says, great time for the union. Execs will have to cave before F1, and that's probably what they're doing.
Yeah.
That is probably exactly what they're doing. And it's the same thing that the Auto Workers Union has done, is they are in a bind for how many cars need to turn out every single day to keep up with demand. And they're already short, so perfect time to do that. Same thing with the Culinary Union.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for the little guy getting their fair share, but as long as I still get my drink in the meantime. But you know what's hilarious? Let's say the strike goes on. If I'm at some of the casinos and I don't see the drink server, I'm just going to think it's a regular time where they're not showing up.
That's what I was about to say. What's new?
It's like they're just not there. Like, okay, what's new?
You know?
What's new now?
Yeah. What you do is you go to the high limit room and put your voucher in and wait for them to come and get you your drink, and then you leave. Don't play, and you just put your voucher in. That's the way to get a drink.
I've done that so many times.
Oh, I mean, that's where they're always there. Because usually a lot of the high limit rooms have a dedicated server, especially when it's busy.
Right.
So go in there.
It's
and
always somebody who's dedicated there.
Voucher in and just pretend like you're playing. Read the game rules, you know. Do that kind of stuff. Get your drink and then get out.
Here we go. Ooh, there's one from Jane here. I'm going to push the front of the line. Can I charge thing to my room at MGM? Yes. Room charges are now working again. There is some confusion on if cross-property charges still work. I think it's working for everyone but Excalibur. Excalibur is having their own issues, like Excalibur would, I guess. But yeah, so everything else seems to be working correctly. I hope. I hope.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. I mean, we'll be sure to let you guys know if it's not the case.
Yeah, that's
Could
for
be
sure.
Interesting.
All right. I'm taking one more, then I'm letting Mark take them. Room cleaned every day is a biggie. Give them more money. I never get 2 washcloths anymore. I have to ask. 2 towels most of the time. I'm with you, Michelle. Exactly. They're skimping on the towels and washcloth. Got to call down for more. See, this is the thing. Go ahead, Mark. You take one.
I just don't get the towel situation. Pillows, I understand. Blankets, maybe.
Do you ask for extra pillows?
No, my father used to, because he requires like 8 pillows to sleep for some reason. You know, he puts them on the side of him, like going down and stuff. So every hotel we ever stayed at as a kid, first thing he would do is call down and get more pillows. But towels, there's always been enough.
I'll call down. I will ask for a foam pillow to see if they've got one.
And you're wondering why you don't get comps. They're like, you're in their little black book of comps. Like, this guy demands way too much for his level.
I tip my housekeeper every single day.
Yep.
Every day I'm there, I tip them. And if I ask for extra towels, there's a $5 bill on top saying, "Can I please have extra towels on my note?"
Oh, so you're paying for the extra towels. I got you. Okay.
Well, I'm paying for their getting the extra towels.
You could just reuse the. Never mind. We're not going to get back into.
We're not getting into this again.
We'll have to retitle the video. Towel discussion featuring Dave and Mark.
I mean, it's gonna be a huge topic if you don't have any towels at all.
I'll make it
Mark's,
work.
You watch this. The strike goes on. We come back, and Mark's like, "I didn't have any towels."
Yeah, but the thing is if I have at least one towel, I'm good. I can make it last the whole trip. No problem.
Okay.
You know,
you're not there trying to dry off with a hand towel at the end of the day.
Whatever. I'll make it work. It might take a while, but I'll make it work. Bobby Earl says Mark is the self-checkout of housekeeping. I do. I always check that box, but they come anyway.
They want to check on you, make sure you're still alive.
Yeah. You want your room cleaned today? No, I'm good, thanks. And now I feel bad because I thought, especially in Vegas, that they weren't getting paid per room. I thought it was just like a flat rate. So now I'll make it real nice and clean and just have them do it. But I don't like it. I don't like being in the room while watching somebody else clean. Like I feel like I need to help. You know what I mean? Like I've always been that way. And so if somebody else is cleaning, I feel I need to clean too. So I don't like being in there while they're cleaning because it just makes me feel awful.
Oh yeah, I will. If I come to my room and they're cleaning my room, I'll go back. I'll just turn around, go back downstairs.
Yeah,
I'll give them like 30 minutes and come back. I don't want to disturb them. You know, I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
or scare them. Yeah, or they think that you're not in that room.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
And Rand Jones says, "Me too, Mark. I don't want anyone in my room, and I refuse my towel." Thank you, somebody. I know I'm not alone in this.
I don't think you're alone. I really don't think you're alone. I just think
some
that
people
maybe
just don't like. I don't know.
Extra
says, I just want extra towels and shampoo and leave me alone. That's good too. See, make all your demands up front, and then they don't have to bother you every day.
There you go. Do you steal the shampoos?
I don't do that. You guys are weird. I can see Dave. Like I can picture this. He gets into his room. He does his little video showing off his room. And then he sits down. He takes his shoes off, picks up the phone. Yeah, I'm going to need 9 more towels.
Yeah.
I think this is what happens every single time.
I just say like 3 extra towels, 3 extra washcloths, all that. Yeah.
Right.
Even if I don't end up using them, I still ask for them because then I have extra towels the whole time. Like they won't take those extra towels away. They'll just give you the fresh ones.
Yeah. Oh man, my wife's trolling me in here. Funny, he doesn't tell me not to clean at home. That's not what I was saying. What I'm saying, honey, is that if you're cleaning, I feel like I need to get up and help, which I do, right? Come on. She's trying to troll me in here.
And also, Jody will be with us on Saturday as well. So don't forget that.
Yes, she will be there. Probably killing the luck from us. She'll probably just be rolling all over us.
She probably will. And at least we'll have content from her doing it, you know?
Let's see. And Jody doesn't have requests either when she goes in. She's fine with just leaving the do not disturb ad. I hope so. I hope you're not just doing it for my sake.
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she actually wants all the room cleaning.
No, it could be. Let us know in the chat.
From Kate Holmes, why is it taking so long to fix the app? This could be any number of reasons. Database related would be my guess. There's some type of issue with that particular database and it's connecting to another database. There's so many things it could be. I mean, it could be any one of those things.
The rules of IT is you always fix priorities. Like whenever there's a crisis like this and you're ready to bring things back up, there is a prioritized list as to what needs to come up first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So the most destructive, which was the like the ability for the slot machines to work, was probably one of the most destructive things that they had to bring up as soon as possible. That was going to go way ahead of getting the app to work. You know what I mean? Like, so it could be that they just haven't gotten to it yet. It's not that it's taken them 3 or 4 weeks to get it working. It's just they haven't gotten to it yet because there's just like a prioritized list that they have to work through. So it could be that too. I mean, that's how I always tackle big crises like that. Is like, okay, what do I got to get up first? Well, the phone system, obviously, and then kind of work your way down. I do know that they're hiring a ton of IT people right now. Like it's crazy over there. $100 an hour or more.
However, so I did this in a live, $100 an hour, right? but it's 10 hours a day, 7 days a week until it's done. The estimate is 3 to 4 weeks. Now that's great and it's all W-9 work. It's all contractor work. So now the great thing is if you're a young red hat, whatever, focused on the positions they're hiring, that's probably going to be great. But you got to have your own transportation. You have to have your own housing. Now it'd be different if they were putting you up in the hotel.
Yeah.
If they're putting you up in the hotel that you worked at, that would be different.
Right.
But as far as a contractor goes, yeah, you're making, good money, $1,000 a day, but you have no guarantee for a job after that. They're going to use all your expertise and then say, hit the door. But they're going to tease you as far as, oh, we'll hire you for sure. Yeah, it's a good possibility. This is a work to hire, temp to hire. Yeah, no, it's not. It's never temp to hire. It's always
it never works in IT
out the door.
Like that.
No,
yep. It's always
temp
a revolving
out the door
with IT. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the main reasons I loved hiring contractors, is because they didn't come off your balance sheet because they came off a different budget, and you could get the best people, even though you couldn't afford those people full time. You could afford that. And the reason I liked being a contractor was because anytime I didn't like it, I could bounce out. Like, oh, I'm done. I'm out of here.
And it's good it's great for crisis management like this, because one of the mistakes that a lot of these companies knew that they had was after COVID, they overhired in the technical field. And so that's why you've seen a ton of layoffs at like Twitter and Facebook and all these places, is because they kind of went a little crazy with the hiring. And so you had a bunch of technical IT people just sitting around not doing anything because everybody's back to work, So they're they don't want to make that same mistake. It's better to hire contractors that fully expect that it's going to be a short-term thing, instead of having to, bring somebody on permanently and then they relocate and they get settled and their kids start school there. And then 6 months later, like, yeah, you know what? We actually don't need you anymore. It's like, that's a horrible situation to be in. So
that's a horrible situation.
With something like this, contract work's the way to go. And there are a lot of people that just do contract. That's it. I like the stability.
And essentially it's like a working interview.
It is.
You can interview someone 3 times and not learn everything. Hey, you're working this for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to know all about you. I'm going to know your skill set. I'm going to know your personality, everything.
Yep.
And generally speaking, the personality is going to be 0 for a bunch of Linux guys.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, one from Stuart Hightower. I'm tired of not having the room cleaned every day. We just pick up and clean up like at home. Normally I ask for additional towels. I'm with you on that one, Stuart. I don't want to clean up like I clean up at home. I want someone else to do it. I'm on vacation. That's the way I feel about
it. Whatever.
I
do like it when they clean, but I feel kind of disappointed. It's like I don't know. I always felt like, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't like people cleaning up after me all the time. I'm probably going to get shit in the comments from Jodes again.
You're totally going to get. I'm waiting for a comment so I can tag it.
I'm going to regret saying that, but I mean, it's kind of true, especially like in a hotel. It's like I don't need my bed. It's nice. I like having my bed made, but I don't need it. Like I feel like it's just wasted effort for somebody to have to do that. I'd rather them do it for somebody that really needs it, So I've always kind of felt that way, but it is what it is. Wow, I didn't know this was going to be the topic tonight.
I was not ready for this.
That's okay.
This one is from Jody, though. She'll reuse towels a couple of times, but then switch them out. Yep. She likes clean towels.
Yeah. Yeah, but she'll use them a couple times, which is what I do. Not one towel per shower. You know how wasteful that is?
But they have the things go. They're washing
how much
towels
water
anyway.
And energy you're doing to wash those towels. I'm talking about at home. One towel per wash. What a waste.
No, not one towel per wash. You wash all the towels at once.
No, I mean you shower and then you use one towel and then you discard it, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you hang it up and use it again the next time?
Because no matter if I'm washing a full load of towels or 3 towels, it's using the same amount of water and energy.
Yeah,
Aha.
but you wouldn't have to do it as often because you can make a towel last 2 or 3 times. And
I
then
mean,
you
I
still do
definitely
them all
see
at the same time. Your logic is flawed.
I see the pros and cons of both sides, and I'm still going with a clean towel.
Okay.
All right, off cleaning topic for a second.
We need a
from Richard.
What we need to do is after we're done with this live stream, create an awesome thumbnail. That's just a pile of towels and then us.
Just a big towel of towels. Next week, we're talking about towels again.
Towels. So I did some research, and it says
you're supposed to use a clean towel every time you dry off to avoid bacteria. I don't know.
No,
I'm sure there's I can Google this right now. You know, there's a study that says that.
You can Google anything and find a result. I could say
all I need to do is find one.
I'll ask Google, is eating broccoli carcinogenic, and I'll find an article that says it is. You can ask them anything.
It probably is, actually. Chemicals and everything. From Richard, they had a Silver Strike token double or triple diamond 25-cent machine in the plaza in July. Probably still there. I'm going to check that. I'm going to look for that.
I didn't know the plaza had those.
I wonder if Richard, did they have those in Ryan Christopher's room? Or
I don't,
because the plaza's got some good games. Yeah, because I know he selected all those games himself.
Yeah,
all right, now Richard, let me know where you found that, because I would like to see. I would like to find that machine over there.
We saw it in Four Queens. Four Queens has a bunch of them. There's probably like 8 or 10 or something of those Silver Strike. But there was one that had a special token that was a different symbol. It was a different bonus symbol that you have to get the special token, and it's worth like $50. So we should go try to find that one. Cool. Try to win that one. Probably a little harder.
See. So, do you remember way back when there was a game where it had 3 spinning gold coins, and the jackpot was actually a gold coin fell out, and it was a real gold coin. Now, this was
I do not remember that
2 decades ago, but it was a real gold coin would come out, like just drop out, and it was worth whatever gold was at that time, and they would exchange it for you at the cage. So I'd like to find that again, because I never won the gold coin. I never even came close to it. I saw one person win it one time.
I wonder what the odds were. It must have been the jackpot, basically. I mean, it was gold.
It was
right?
essentially it was gold. Yeah. It was essentially a 3, 4, 5 times pay. Yeah, that was essentially what it was. So it was not a good machine to play.
Just for my own edification, I asked ChatGPT, what is the number of times you should use a towel before washing? It says bath towels can be used 3 to 4 times before washing.
Okay,
hand towels should be changed every 1 to 2 days. Beach towels should be washed after every use. Oh, so do you dry off with a beach towel?
I dry off with a beach towel. There we go.
Okay.
ChatGPT has saved me. I dry off with beach towels. That's what I do.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
There we go.
What other questions we got?
Oh, now everyone's saying we need GTG towels.
Wash after use.
I'll be the only slot channel with my own towels. Why are you getting towels? Oh, it's a thing. Don't worry. I'm going to sell a bunch of these things. People are going to love these.
Oh, yeah.
Wash after use.
Started it here. September 27th, 2023 was the day that the infamous GambletheGlobe towel was created.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Destroy after use.
There's one from Gary Slots. Hey guys, at the Mirage Hotel a few days ago and played top dollar, $1 denom, $2 max. I know the machine you're talking about. And hit the 100. You hit the 1,000? You hit the 100 or the 1,000? You hit the 100? Gary, clear up on that. Did you hit the
awesome? Yeah.
Did you hit the 1,000 or the 100? Because the 100's good, but you hit that 1,000. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
Mirage has several of these games too. They have a bunch of them. They're near the old buffet area, a little section, a little high limit game, or not high limit, but old school games, Silver Stars, Pinball, Top Dollar, all those.
I don't even know if I've been to the Mirage, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I tell you when you're going. Next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so okay. So we're going to do Italy. We're going to do Mirage. We're going to do downtown. I'm not going to have time for all this.
Yeah, you are. We'll make time.
Okay.
It'll be a full Monday.
Got it.
That's all we're doing
100.
Monday.
He said he hit the 100, which is still good.
100. Okay. 100's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is actually good. On a $1 machine, really it is hard to get the upper end jackpots. I mean, you still have the same chance of winning 1,600 credits, if you hit it naturally, or 2,400 credits. But you get that chance of a hand pay on $1 is just so slim. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, there's only...
Be happy with those other wins.
On the double top dollar, there's only 3 options. The 1,000 times 2, the 1,000 times 4, or the 3 double diamonds. That's it. It's the only way to get a hand pay on that one.
That's the only way you're getting it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the only way. And it's like being able to do that, like that one guy did on Tabasco, where he hit the hand pay.
Yeah.
And that was like, holy crap. Oh,
we ran into him at Seven Feathers, by the way. He was there.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he came up to us. He's
That's
like, I'm
cool.
the Tabasco guy. And I'm like, I know who I know who you are.
Isn't it hilarious that in our world, we like know people by like what they've hit? Like, oh yeah, I hit the jackpot on Tabasco $1. You're that guy.
Yeah.
It's like guy. You know these people. Yeah.
Yeah.
From Jody, fun fact, my first job was cleaning motel rooms. Please tip your maids. Now, since you said motel, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad.
Definitely tip your maids if you're in that situation.
I mean, just tip. It doesn't matter if you tip them $5, $10, whatever you tip.
Yeah,
just tip. Just throw them some extra money. They're the ones that you depend on the most.
Oh yeah. What I usually do is I save for the last day that I'm in Vegas. I'll usually have a bunch of like $2 and $3 vouchers and $5 vouchers, just piled up, and I'll go cash all those in, and then that's what I'll leave on the table before I leave. Because you always end up with that when you're there. You end up with these weird voucher amounts, and you might as well tip that. Just leave it.
Don't hesitate leaving your voucher behind either. Like if you're in a hurry and all you have is a voucher for whatever, leave that behind. They'll cash that in.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
They'll go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just don't leave it at the property that's way down the strip.
Yeah, don't do that. don't be at like Bellagio and hey, I got the circus coupon for you. Can you go ahead and cash that out? It's downtown. It's at the Aliente, which is 45 minutes away. So yeah, don't do that. Leave the one for the actual property.
I remember one time my friend and I were there, and we walked the entire strip on the west side, and we were staying at Mandalay Bay. And we got all the way back to Mandalay Bay, and he took out his wallet and he's like, uh-oh. I was like, what? He's like, dude, we got to go back to the Wynn. I'm like, the Wynn?
The Wynn? How far away that is?
It's like a $200 voucher. I'm like, oh my God, we're taking a cab this time. I'm not walking all the way
and
back.
You're paying for it with you.
I was like, dude.
I have done the same thing.
So I have to tell him every time, check your voucher. Check your voucher.
Do you have any chips in your pocket? No. Do you have a voucher in your pocket? No. Then you get back to the room. I got one here from Mandalay Bay. And we're at the Wynn. Or I got one for the Wynn. We're at Mandalay Bay,
right.
The opposite end.
Right. Yep.
Or I know we were just going to downtown one time because it's a $20 Uber ride, but I got this one voucher left over.
Is it worth the trouble?
It depends on the dollar value. I have had an $8 ticket before that I'm not spending $20 to go back.
Yeah.
So I'll like leave it in the room or something like that. And if they cash it, they cash it. If they don't, they don't, But I don't want to go all the way back there. That's super ridiculous. Family-owned place in Vermont. Okay, so it's not like a seedy motel, or was it? I mean, maybe it was. I've never been to Vermont, so I don't know how Vermont is. I've been to New Hampshire, but never Vermont.
Pretty much the same. I might get in trouble for saying that too. Oh man. Yeah, Rick James.
Oh man,
what a lovely couch. Yeah,
trouble.
Screw your couch.
Get your feet off my couch, bitch.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Rick James cracks me up every single time we're in chat. He's doing that, and I'm doing it back. I mean, yeah. And from Firefly, Vermont motels are normal, not seedy. Okay, so they're legitimate.
It is.
Right.
It is true.
So
at least when I've been up in the Northeast with Jody, it seems like there are way more motels than hotels, and they're family owned and operated, and they're pretty well upkept. It's not like it is down here. You think motel down here, you're like, oh man, stay away from there. It's not like that up there.
Especially if you're like on the edge of the downtown area where they got those motels, and you're like, nope.
Yep,
that's a pass.
Bad.
Now there you'd be asking for clean towels.
Are you sure? You got to bring your towels to those places.
Yeah, bring your towel. There's a coin-op towel system.
I wouldn't even trust those.
Do you remember like the towel you pulled down in the men's room, that never-ending towel?
Yeah. And they just keeps going. Yeah.
It just keeps going?
Yeah.
That's what you got to dry off with some of those motels.
Oh, man. Good Lord.
Oh, God. And of course, Proud Monkey knows these hotels well.
Go ahead. Our motels. Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about. The CD.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is going to open up a can of worms, but I think it's great. Low roll in Detroit and Vegas, or to Vegas, says, Mark, have you tried going back to that double top dollar again at the MGM Grand, winning the $35,000? No, I have not, and I will not be returning to that one. I have made it a personal goal, as well as just a channel goal, that I'm not going to play more than $5 on a machine from here on forward. I think that was a lot of fun. We were going kind of crazy, but I've decided, and I'm saying this here publicly too, I don't see the need to do that anymore. I really want to kind of slow things down and just have fun. I mean, a lot of you guys, don't play with large bankrolls, and I shouldn't either. And it's one of those things that we can still get good content and have a lot of fun. I know we will certainly do that on Winstar. We're going to be playing those quarter 5-line and quarter, single pay line games, not pushing our luck and, just keeping it easy. It's just too stressful to play at that level. It's just super stressful. And it's fun. That was a really exciting moment. It was a lot of fun, but it's not something that I want to chase again, if that makes sense. Because I know that what can happen by returning to that machine, thinking, "Wow, let me go back to that day where I won that." It's like it's going to be so easy to replicate that, and I could lose all of that and more. Yeah, it could never happen again. I mean, it was a very rare bonus anyway. So I've walked by it. I thank it, but it's not something I'll ever sit down and play again.
Recognize it.
Too much. Yeah, it's just too much. So we'll see how it goes. That's kind of what I want to do. And I think, for any channel content that I produce, it's going to be exactly the same way. It's going to be low limit stuff, not going to be playing the high limit, and just kind of keeping it chill. I think that's the way to go.
Play like most people play, because most people out there are quarter to dollar, maybe $5, but that's the bulk of the people right there in that range.
And those people that have the real
$300 spins.
Yeah. I mean, those people that have the huge bankrolls because they're multimillionaires and they have money that they don't even know what to do with. You cannot compete with them on YouTube. It's impossible. And so why chase that? And so it's more of building content that is relatable to you guys, with low bankrolls and stuff, because that's what we are more comfortable with playing anyway. And so it's a slippery slope, and a lot of YouTubers are going through this right now where they feel like the only way to get views is to keep upping their bet, and it's such a dangerous thing to think about doing right now. because you have these big, and you know the channels I'm talking about, Vegas, Matt, Raja, and all those that have big bankrolls, Mr. Handpay. They have huge bankrolls to do this stuff. Let them do it, but don't try to compete with them, because you'll lose every single time, because they have the bankroll and the wallets that are very deep that can accomplish that kind of thing. So you got to do something different, and that's what YouTube's all about, is, finding a niche that nobody else is really doing and tap into it. And so I think it's a fool's errand to keep chasing after, bigger and bigger denominations and bigger potential for big wins and stuff like that. Because although it's exciting, there is a bad side to that. And I've seen it. A lot of people have seen it, and we don't, we got to limit ourselves and realize that you can still have fun playing low limit stuff. And it's important that everybody sees that. And so I knew this would open up a can of worms, because it's kind of something I've been thinking about the last couple of months, especially about, what I'm going to be doing going forward. I've been doing content, because I'm going to play at the level that I'm actually really comfortable with playing, which I said is around the $5 level, nothing more than that. So that's kind of where I'm going to be going from now on. What about you, Dave? What do you think about all that stuff?
I mean, I'm with Kevin Deal here, who says, great decision, Mark. Good decision. I agree, because, and I know exactly what you mean by that stress. When you get to that level, and that level is different for everybody, but when you get to that level and you feel that stress, you feel that anxiety, you're too high. Back it down. I don't care if you've saved up $10,000, and as soon as you start playing, let's say a $10 machine or a $25 machine, if you feel that anxiety, back down. There's no reason to play it. And so that's why $10 is like the max for me. I'll play a $10, 2 credits, so $20 a spin. And that's my max, and that's not my every time. That's just my 2 top dollar machines at Park MGM. That's where I do that at. And I completely agree with you, because staying in your comfort zone makes it more fun. When you're more relaxed, you tend to see more wins. They may not be as big, but your risk isn't as big. Smaller risk, smaller reward is smaller risk, though.
And it's all in relation to your bankroll too. Like, that's what people lose sight of. Like, if you're doing $100 double up method and you get a big win, that should be exciting, because you doubled your money from 100 to 200. It's just like going from 1,000 to 2,000. It's in relation to your bet size. And so if you can get yourself in that mode, and, we've all played high limit before, well, most of us anyway, you kind of realize that you just got to slow it down, and you can actually play a lot longer. Even if you did have a big bankroll, let's say I did have a couple thousand, I would still limit myself to $5, because then I could play a little bit longer and maybe just give up halfway because I'm just not doing too well, and not lose the other 1,000. You know what I mean? So I think it's just about, and honestly, this is why I think sessions are so important, because it does give you that kind of breakup, so that if you are bringing just $100 down, then you can focus on just turning it into 200. And then if it works, great, cash out, take your break. If it doesn't, it sucks, but you only lost $100 of your $1,000 bankroll. It's not the end of the world. And you had a lot of fun. You earned some comps. Hopefully people were playing with you, that kind of thing. The entertainment was there. But if you take that $100 and you go into the high limit room and you spin once on a $100 machine and it's over in 2 seconds, what does that teach your brain? It teaches you, I'm not satisfied with that. I need to play more. And so you go back up and get another 100, and you do the same thing, and you keep doing it over and over again until you win. And by then, you're so far deep into the hole that you can't even get out of it. And that's the slippery slope that a lot of people fall into. And so go on the other side of that and just, pretend that even though you have $1,000 that you brought to the casino, pretend that you only have $100, and see how long you can make that last. And I think you'll really, I mean, I've done it many, many times. It's made me really think about what I'm doing and how much money I'm putting into a machine. And I think that's something that we can all learn to do better at. I mean, it's just really cool, So anyway,
a lot more enjoyable too. I mean, it's the enjoyment part
you're
of
not
it.
Stressed. Like, you should never be stressed in a casino. If you find yourself getting stressed, you need to stop. You need to stop.
Exactly.
You're sweating because you just suffered a big loss or whatever. You need to stop. You don't need to go get more money to chase that loss and all these other things. Like, you have to stop. And so be able to, I mean, maybe you need the rubber band trick where you start popping the rubber band,
Maybe.
Whatever it's, you feel like you're getting like that, whatever those tricks are.
Stab yourself in the leg with a fork or something.
Yeah, right. Whatever it takes, Dave.
And so for Proud Monkey, honestly, if a channel bets too much, I find myself hoping they lose, but I don't want to watch them much anyway. So definitely don't bet too much, because Proud Monkey's against you on that one.
Yeah. I think it's,
but it's like 100% agree.
Yeah, you got to sit back and think about it. Like I don't know what the percentage is, but I would say 70 or 80% of the people that go into a casino probably go in with less than $500. I think a large majority of people go in for under that. And so
I'd say it's most people's budget for a trip.
Yeah. It could be for a 3-day trip. It could be $500. I mean, that's usually what mine is. And so why not play at that level and make it seem fun and relatable and put it in the content? I think more people will feel like, hey, I can do this because he's playing exactly how I would play at my level. This is what I typically bring to the casino. And I think that should be the future of YouTube. But a lot of people are falling into the trap of feeling that they have to chase these other guys because they are growing fast. I mean, there's no denying that, but it comes at a huge cost. Maybe not so much to them, but for people that don't have the bankroll and the pockets to do what they're doing, the cost is significant and it far outweighs any benefit that you would get from YouTube, And so it's like, I feel bad for a lot of YouTubers that are starting to fall into that. And they've got to do something else. And this is relatively new, by the way, too, because it's like these big guys have really been, a lot of them have been around for a while. Raj has been around for a while, but Mr. Handpay, Vegas Matt, these guys are coming up really fast. NG, they're coming up really fast and they're getting a lot of views. And what happens is all the other YouTubers are losing views because of that. And they think, oh, I need to replicate exactly what they're doing so that I can keep up. And that shouldn't be what they're thinking. What they should be thinking is let them go destroy their bankrolls and let's figure out something else that we can do that is more relatable to people that actually go to the casino and play, So it's a formula. You got to work on it. It's not just a flip the switch, but it's like, this is what I've decided to do going forward. So you'll never see me playing that level ever again. Because it was fun while it lasted, but it's not something I want to do going forward because I don't think it's relatable to most people. And that's the kind of content that I want to produce. So I'm off my soapbox.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah, that's
the big
thing.
Keep that up forever.
No,
yeah, exactly. One in from Club Mike V, which remember his weekly game is tomorrow, so definitely join. It's a lot of fun to play in the poker games with him and beat Mike out of before he has a chance to get to the final table, which I've done a few times now, and it's a blast. Why is it that every time someone uses the ATM at a casino, they only withdraw $100 or some low amount, losing a large percentage in fee? Casinos are filled with poor people, it seems. The reason they're withdrawing $100 is probably because that's all they have left. So that might be it. Or they're saying, all I need is one more 100. Just one more 100, I can get back to even. Just one more 100, I get back to even. Everyone has told themselves that that's one time or another. That I just need this much more money and I'm back to even. Or I just need this win and I'm back to even. And as that gap grows, as that gap gets bigger and bigger, that gets more and more unrealistic of a goal to beat. So if you're down $100, it's fairly realistic that with another $100, you could get back to $200 and be even. But as that gap grows to 1,000, 3,000, 10,000, now the gap is so big that your even is so big. And so now you just can't make it happen. And you have to have more and more money to get back there. And you'll see people who will bet big and they'll be like, oh, good. I won this jackpot and now I'm back to even. And I'm like, wait a minute, you were down this much and you kept playing? No, the answer is to stop. Stop there.
Yeah.
I mean, really stop there. Because it just gives me anxiety watching people bet that much.
I think
I don't find
I
it
think the
enjoyable.
truly sad. Dave, you've probably seen this before, where you've been. This makes me incredibly sad, but when you're standing in the line to put your ticket voucher in, and you see somebody trying every single card in their wallet to get money out, and it keeps saying withdrawal limit exceeded or whatever, and they keep doing a lower amount, and it's like, I just want to nudge them on the shoulder and just say, dude, just stop. Like, go up to your room, chill, just stop. Because if it gets to that level, like, it's bad, and it's not, you cannot recover from that. I mean, because it's like you said, yeah, let's say you're down 100 and you're like, well, I want to win that 100 back, so I'm even. Well, let's say that you do. Are you going to stop once you're even?
Are you stopping
Most
there?
people don't.
No.
Most people don't. They will lose 200. And then they will feel like they need to get back to 400. Just like you said.
Oh,
you got really choppy there,
both
Dave.
of us? Oh. Uh-oh.
I think we both got choppy.
Hopefully
you seem fine now, though.
Oh. Okay, good. Oh, I don't know what happened to me. I felt like I was in Tron for a second. I was back on the grid.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're good. What were you saying?
But it's exactly true. I have seen people go through their credit cards. I've seen people take checks to the cage, personal checks to the cage, and get rejected. Ooh. I mean, all these things where you are just at the bottom. And here's the crazy thing. They haven't even hit the bottom yet, because those people who go there get cash advances on their credit cards, everything else. The bottom's when you get home and you find out that your credit card company is charging you like 40% on the cash advance you just did.
Right.
And now you're in a huge hole. So
right.
It is monstrously bad. And so that's a big reason why I play the limits I do, and I've set the rules I have for how much money I will take and how much money I will lose. And I am adamant that I never use my debit card. And anytime Mark asks, have you brought your debit card? I'm like, nope, it's at the room or it's at home. I don't need the debit card in Vegas because there's no possible reason I'd have to take cash out. Right. I have a credit card I travel with, so that covers everything. Right. And that's a huge thing more people need to learn, is that budget self-control. Set rules for yourself and follow the rules. Have a good gambling buddy. Mark's my good gambling buddy. He'll tell me, you're done. Stop doing that. I've done it before. He saw me chasing a diamond at freaking Winstar.
Yes.
$300 later, I still didn't hit the diamond, but I was like, okay,
I told him
time to walk.
And he kept going.
Yeah. And then eventually I stopped because I was like, okay, this is the last one. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I didn't chase it after that. Yeah. And then I ended up hitting a diamond on something else and won that back on like 2 trips later.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Try not to stress so much. Oh yeah, we got Sister Yoshi here. Hi, Sister Yoshi. We're going to see her at G2E as well. That'll be awesome.
Great. Selling plasma. I would not be surprised if you could do that. There's got to be shops around there.
If there's not, there really should be. There should be like a plasma donation center, I don't know if you can sell plasma. I know you can sell rocks on the corner, though.
There is one just east of the strip.
Oh.
I just looked it up.
Proud Monkey's going to be coming in.
Yeah. There you go.
He's going to have the bandage on his arm at the craps resources.
Table. There you go. Closes at 7 p.m.
That's way too early. It's got to be a 24/7 place.
Yeah, I think so.
24/7 on one of those little strip malls where the souvenir shops are, or in Planet Hollywood at the Miracle Mile shops.
Yeah, you go in there, you might end up like leaving without a kidney or something. You gotta be careful.
That's another place down the strip more. That's in downtown.
Oh, okay. Where you sell organs. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like Sister Yoshi says, that's why there's so many pawn stores near the strip, and there are
that's the truth.
Ton. I mean, that's where Pawn Stars is right down the strip, and they made their money from people needing to cash in. They actually made most of their money during the National Rodeo Finals, and people cashing in saddles, belt buckles, trailers, trucks. They would buy it all.
Wow.
And because people would be broke. And so I don't know what they did with the horses or whatever they rode in on, but yeah.
Gosh. That's wild.
Yeah, definitely.
That is wild.
All right, we're ready to wrap it up, Mark. I think we've done pretty good today.
Yeah, I think so. We got the towel thing
Anything
out of
last
the way.
minute? Yeah, the towel thing's been set. I'll do one more from Cheryl because it's on the topic we were discussing. Definitely fun to watch the big bets, but not realistic. Also, the payback percent seems lower to me on the biggies. The 1,200 hand pay on a $100 spin is crap. That is very true. Yeah, because you're paying that 27% interest or 27% taxes on a $1,200 hit that you spent 1/12 that money. Risking.
That's like winning $8 on a dollar bet. Same thing.
Yeah. If you're not happy winning $8 on a dollar, then you're not going to be happy winning $1,200 on $100.
Yeah. Yeah. Just not realistic.
All right. I think that does it for tonight. We're going to be at Winstar on Saturday. I am so looking forward to it. I am like,
it'll be a lot of fun, guys.
Freaking 2 days of boredom is what's going to happen. I'm going to be working. I'll be like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here at this job. But here we got to do it anyway.
We got to do it anyway. Hey,
Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Yeah, exactly. We're halfway there. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Susan, for being great moderators. Thank the rest of you guys for bearing with us through our craziness and our towels and everything else. This is not scripted. We're just going with it, and you see where it takes us. Yeah.
That's right.
Mark,
that's right.
I'm excited seeing you on Saturday. And you too, Jody. Yes, looking forward to seeing you as well.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have fun.
This is great. Have a great night, all. Remember to gamble smart.
Gamble safe.
There we go. Have a great one, all.
All right.
I always wonder about the